So the basic principles of cyber hygiene. Why are they important, and more importantly, why are we suddenly talking about them now? Well, infrastructure and applications are changing in ways that they've never changed before. So it's more important than ever now that we start to introduce to everyone involved in coding those applications and building that infrastructure these basic principles of cyber hygiene. Least privilege. What does that mean in practice? What it means is you're building out new infrastructure, developing new applications. The easy route is to just not even worry about security or just give people full admin rights, as we used to do back in the days of desktops. But actually what you should be doing is starting with no one having access to anything and only giving them access to exactly what they need when they need it, even just for a particular period of time. Those basic principles in how you build your applications and architecture are fundamental, and least privilege is an important one. Micro-segmentation. You need to cope for every eventuality. And micro-segmentation means the point where we can segment the network up such that even if someone does hack in either through the application or through the firewall, they'd only get to one small part of the network rather than suddenly having access to everything. You've seen it in the movies, it's the classic I hack in and suddenly I'm traversing the network to get to the exciting stuff. Micro-segmentation stops that, and it stops it before even people can begin. Encryption. This should be the most obvious one. You want it such that if anyone does ever manage to get access to your data, all they're seeing is a garbled mess of bits and bytes. But in reality, most people look at encryption as sort of a dark art, something that's a little bit too hard to do, and maybe it's a bit costly in terms of processor cycles and will slow things down. The reality is not true. There's so many tools and technologies out there now to make it as easy as possible to include encryption both at rest and in flight. And at the same time, the impact in terms of CPU and processor power is almost negligible nowadays in comparison to the other workloads that we're doing. So encryption should be top of your list. Multi-factor authentication, something you know, like a password, something you have, like a token or some app on your phone, and something you are, such as your fingerprint or your iPrint or Face ID. These are things that are becoming part of our daily lives. We should be building them into our infrastructure and our applications for enterprise too. Patching. Security threats are continually evolving. New ways to attack you and your infrastructure are going to happen in the future without a doubt. If you don't build into your application and infrastructure the methodology and the mechanisms for enabling easy and automated patching, you're setting yourself up for failure in the future. So you've learned about the 5 basics. There's your starter, but what next? Well, what next is to investigate more yourself. Educate yourself, educate your colleagues, and then more importantly, work to engage with vendors that can help you put these 5 basic principles into everything you do. And that's exactly what we here at VMware are focused on doing for you.